In this video I'm going to talk to you about how to start the engine. Just a few basic things you need to remember, and we'll also talk about things that might make it hard to start the engine. The key things are the choke, the petrol on-off tap, the throttle control and the ignition switch, and then of course the starter cord. Number one, you start with the choke on, closed, unless the engine is hot. If the engine is hot, you don't need to worry about the choke, but mostly you need the choke when you start, and then you switch it off soon after it's started, or rather open the choke. You obviously open the fuel tap so that the fuel can flow from the fuel tank to the carburetor. You switch the ignition on, and then you start with the throttle towards the lower side. Right, so here's the starter cord. Then I just want to point out that when you've started the engine's running, don't do that. What I've just done. That's bad for the engine. Your starter cord won't last if you do that. After the engine is running, you return the cord slowly if you want to look after it. Things that can make your engine hard to start: if the engine is very cold, you might find that it runs for a few seconds and then it cuts out, and you've got to run it a few times until it warms up. You might have to play with the choke a little bit, not just getting the right amount of choke until the engine is warm, and then you can open up the choke fully. The other thing is, if this engine has been standing for a long time in storage, the fuel that's sitting in the carb will have changed a bit, and you need to drain the fuel out of the carburetor, drain the fuel lines and get fresh fuel in there, and then you'll find it will start fine.